Move now to KwaZulu-Natal. Operation Dudula held a brief protest in the Durban CBD today. The group, well known for its anti-foreigner stance, handed over a petition at the Diaconia Centre, which houses NGOs such as the Refugee Social Services, Black Sash and Lawyers for Human Rights. Operation Dudula says the church centre must properly address the issue of the foreign nationals it houses. Our senior reporter Dasen Thathiah joins us for more on this. Now, Dasen, just tell me why they targeted this church centre that does good work looking after vulnerable people. What did Operation Dudula, what was their message?
Well, the movement didn't deviate from its script. I mean, its stance has been quite clear on what it wants in South Africa, and that was exactly the message that they brought to the Durban CBD today. As you mentioned, it was a brief protest. They made their way through the city centre and eventually ended up at the Diaconia Centre. And that's also located in an area that is known to be a place where a lot of foreign nationals are living. The centre itself does a lot of work with African refugees. They also assist those that have come to the centre, for example, those that want to get legal documents to be in the country. They assist with that through the organizations that are based at the centre, which assist with that. So the movement, Operation Dudula, came there because they feel that that centre and the Diaconia Council of Churches shouldn't be doing that kind of work. They shouldn't be assisting these refugees, and that falls in, that is in line with what they believe in. The placards that they were carrying today saying that foreign nationals are harming the economy, that they want locals to be put ahead of foreign nationals when it comes to jobs. But let's listen into what Beki Zanibe had to say. He's with Operation Dudula in KZN.
Our reason to come here in Diaconia, we believe that there are a lot of funds that have been given Diaconia Centre to look after the foreign nationals. And because of that, the centre doesn't check the documents. More especially, if you are coming from outside the country, you must have a valid document and the reason why you are here in this country. But the Diaconia doesn't do that. And worst part of it, all the foreign nationals, when they are coming here, they are using the entry point called asylum seekers. So when you check the dignity of the Diaconia and when you check the reality, what is going on in here in South Africa, it's a vice versa, because the majority of criminal activities that are happening here in South Africa, you will find that the foreign nationals are involved. We may make a typical example. We have people who are vandalizing our infrastructure, cable theft. You may mention when they hijack the buildings. Like, for example, here in Durban, a lot of buildings have been hijacked. The people that are occupying the buildings here in Durban, in particular, are foreign nationals. They don't pay rent, they don't pay bills.
Lots of sweeping generalizations about foreigners in that comment there. Has he handed over proof to Diaconia that they're not checking everyone's paperwork and doing everything correctly? And what has the church's response been?
Well, more of those allegations and claims that are in the memorandum that was handed over. So you would have heard there that lots of generalizations about the foreign nationals that are living in the city. But primarily what they want is to list those demands, to ensure that the church then stops the kind of work that it's doing. But this is a very difficult situation. And I was saying to Operation Dudula, the leadership that was there, as well as to the church, that it's very difficult to reach a compromise on this issue because it's quite black and white. It's either, if Operation Dudula gets its way, which is very unlikely, it would mean that the church would have to stop doing the kind of work that it's doing with African refugees. And the church, on the other hand, has been doing that for decades, in fact, and they're known to assist where they need to do it. It's in line with the beliefs of the church, for example. So what it means now is that they're at a point where they need to sit down across a table and discuss their requirements or the demands in person. There's a delegation from each side that is meant to be doing that.